Hey, you guys, I'm bedridden today. So that's why I'm doing this from my bed, okay? And fun stuff. But I just made a video on TikTok and it was very personal. And I was thinking about uploading it to YouTube, but I've decided not to. Not that TikTok is any safer, but I just wanted to connect the what I was talking about on TikTok to a greater piece here. We are so worried about an election. We're so worried about someone having representation for us. We're in arguments with other black people. We're in arguments with all types of groups of people. And we can't even get the violence out of our own families. We can't even get the violence out of our own friendships. We can't even we can't even tell our mothers and fathers and people that are supposed to love and protect us what violent family members have done. And guess what? When you do, the family still chooses the violent family members. They still choose the abusers. They still choose the toxicity and the trauma bonds. They'll go back time and time again and make you the problem. We're sitting up here talking about who's going to vote for who's going to do what for who, and your baby's not even safe with your grandfather. Y'all want to talk about it? No, see, this is why people always get mad at me, because I point these things out and I get irritated when people in real life and online want to talk to me about some damn presidential election when I'm fighting for my life. When I'm fighting for my life, didn't nobody stand up for me? Didn't nobody have representation for me? So we always focus on the wrong things. Black men sitting up here calling out black mothers, but you won't call out your mama. You won't rest in the pain that you feel. You won't even respect your own pain to confront it. You'll just get online to talk about to project onto some people that you may never meet in your entire life. Black women over here talking about black men this, baby daddy this. Oh, don't trust no man, but you can't confront your brother. You can't confront your father. And so what are we even doing? What is the goal? Because I'm sick of getting peer pressured talking about some damn election. Kamala Harris don't look like my mother. Kamala Harris in this southern accent. All my family's been from the South. I'm first generation Chicago, baby. I'm the first generation to be born in Chicago, and I'm the last of my bloodline. Of me and Christopher's bloodline. And I'm supposed to just stick to whatever you tell me to do. But when I'm fighting a real life battle, life or death, like I could be walking around the living fucking dead, and that would be cool with y'all. That would be cool. But we sitting up here doing cosplay on the internet and going back to our lives suffering because you're not willing to do what it takes to protect yourself. You don't know how to love yourself properly. I say this because I didn't. I say this because my one most vulnerable weakness was my mother. And she allowed herself to be used against me, her only daughter. So when it's time to talk about standing up for what's right, when it's time to talk about self-preservation and self-love, when it's time to talk about black families, black children are the future, it's actually time to do something about it. And if you don't want to do something about it, that's fine too. You need to identify yourself so that the people that are trying to move on to a better life, that are trying to have a quality of life much more than we could ever dream that was given to us, you could get out of our way. I want y'all to keep in mind with this election coming up, there's going to be a lot of guilt trip. I see the guilt trip going towards black men, the admonishment of black men, the finger wagging at black men. But in our families, we do the same thing, but we also cape and coddle them. We are not taking it upon ourselves to tap into them. And I say this about all black people. I don't compartmentalize. I am from a high context people. For all my college educated folks, if you had to take those humanity classes, I am from a high context people. And I don't have to compartmentalize everything. I know I'm a human being and my people are human beings. And every last one of us, no matter how we fit into whatever category, we have needs that are not being met. So don't talk to me about no election. Don't talk to me about what black men are doing, about what black women are doing, when you aren't changing the course in your own life. You aren't standing up to the people that hurt you. And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Even if you do, they may not give a damn. Are you ready for that? Even if you stand up to the people, even if you tell and say what somebody's done to you, they most likely, I'll go out on a limb and say they most likely won't care. What then? Are you prepared? Are you prepared to value yourself enough, love yourself enough to pick on and carry on and create your own community and create your own world to the point where your past life is like a dream, a nightmare? But the reality is, the nightmare you have woken up from and you never have to walk it again. But I can't continue to associate with people that will call out mugs on the internet, that will say this and that about Barack Obama. You talk all this stuff about Barack Obama, but not your daddy. Not your husband. You'll sit up here and have all these point all that finger, all those fingers at everybody else, and telling everybody else what they're supposed to do. And you canoodling with the very same people that's destroying your family. Whoo! Never again, baby. I don't know. I had a cup of coffee today, and I haven't had coffee in months. Maybe I should. But I have a song in my heart, okay? All right? And you got to pay me a lot of money in order for me to sing it. So I'll just talk it to you. Anyway, y'all, I know you seeing this, and a lot of people, I don't want y'all to lose your heads. Like the last video I just did. Do not lose your head. Do not, because you're seeing people go along with so many weird things. I remember when I first stopped the study group, me and Chris disappeared for a while. We got back online, and all these people who were so-called Pan-African and African spirituality and Ifa and all these other things were born-again Christians. So why didn't you just do that from the beginning? Oh, because you were a part of the group thing. You don't know yourself. You don't even know how to get, and I don't even blame people for that. But I do blame people for trying to influence other people when you don't know what's going on in your life. You have no sense of reality of what's going on in your life, but you want to sit on the internet and talk to other people and admonish other people. I was 25 years old when I first went viral. I was 25 years old, and I had people my age now condemning me, saying I didn't know what I was talking about. I knew exactly what I was talking about. And now these people are in their 50s now, still looking like damn fools, blind leading the blind. Your salvation is not going to come on the internet. When they said the revolution will not be televised, it's because it comes inside. It's something that you cannot see. You couldn't see me going through the evolution that I went through. You couldn't see it, but you could feel it. Anyway, y'all be safe out here, because there's a warfare going on. Everybody want to say it's a spiritual warfare, if that's what you want to say, but I believe it's a psychological bone DNA warfare that's happening, and they are attacking every fiber of our being, whether we are black or white, whatever ethnicity, Asian, whatever native, indigenous, whatever you want to say that you are, however you identify, baby, you are under attack. And I'm not putting up with it. And I don't care. Look me in my eyeballs. I don't give a damn who I have to lose. I will never lose myself.